and I will now form a majority Conservative government.
We have a disenfranchised, disillusioned, despondent underclass that are not being represented by that political system.
There are many people who would agree with you.
Good.
The current system is not engaging with all sorts of problems.
The other problems for young people, such as the cuts in benefit, the inability for them to access housing, continuation of the low wage rate, and the conversion of all grants into loans for young people from poorer backgrounds who are hoping and planning and aiming to go to university.
Yes, and they feel apathetic, really apathetic. But if they were to take you seriously and not to vote...
Yeah, they shouldn't vote. They should. That's one thing they should do. Don't bother voting.
Broken promises. There have been too many in the last few years. I believe it's time for promises to be kept.
You signed an NUS pledge saying you would scrap tuition fees. Now, when you joined the coalition government, you didn't compromise by not scrapping them. You tripled them. You completely sold out your principles and you've lied to your voters. How could you do that?
By definition, if you haven't won an election and you're having to compromise with another party, it means that you can't introduce every policy.
Do you not owe them an apology?
I'm not going to apologise. There's no easy way to say this. We made a pledge. We didn't stick to it, and for that I am sorry.
Why vote? We know it's not going to make any difference. We know that already. So, you know, I have more impact.
This is history in the making.
The British people have spoken, and the answer is to remain.
Can I start by thanking everyone who took part in this huge democratic exercise?
Prime Minister and Mrs Cameron enjoying the taste of victory in Downing Street.
Good morning. Thank you all very much for joining me this morning after a long night and a long few months for all of us. Yesterday, Scotland, like the United Kingdom, voted to remain in the European Union.
I cannot, unfortunately, get on with doing what I wanted to do.
It's a scumbag and he needs to go back to London.
They say that they're not served. I say that
it doesn't
the
work for
apathy.
them if they don't bother to vote.
Jeremy, my darling.
If you care about how people are educated, if you care about the environment, if you care about taxes, if you care about the NHS, if you care about pretty well anything that affects our daily life, that is determined by politics. You should get bullshit. It's like going to Nando's and asking someone else to put in your order and then you get something you don't want. If you don't vote, you'll get a kind of government you don't want.